Hey guys, welcome. Today I am gonna create a New Year's Eve, New Year's Day type of look. I thought it'd be fun. I know you guys were requesting it, so I am here. Thank you for asking for me to film this like early on. That way I was able to squeeze it into my filming schedule. But we're gonna go ahead and do that. And look, I even put on a cute top for you guys. You can't see the whole top, you know, but it's like, and it like buttons in the back. It's really cute. I do have a coral background, yes. Anyway, today I am going to create an easy to follow, hopefully it's easy for you guys to follow, New Year's Eve look. So let's dive on in. The palettes that I will be using are two. I'm going to use two palettes because I just feel like I kind of want to use shades from both palettes. They're both by Alter Ego. This one is their Shadow Kiss palette. And she is a great dupe for one of the Natasha Denona's, like the, I think is it a smoke one? I'm not sure. But it is a great dupe for Natasha Denona. And then I am going to use their Luster palette. How beautiful she is. And then I might add some glitter. We'll see what happens. Keep in mind, you don't need these palettes. You can definitely find these shades in any palette that you already own. I know that for a fact because a lot of you guys receive beauty boxes, and I've received shades very similar to this from palettes received in beauty boxes. So let's dive on in. I am gonna clip my hair back using my Complex Culture hair clips. I'm gonna prime my skin using the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, which I've been trying for a little bit now, and I kind of like it because it's like a moisturizer and a primer all in one. If you have oily skin and you want to use this, you can just go very light-handed with it. If you have combo skin, you'll be fine. And if you have really dry skin, just pack this on, let it sit for like 2 to 3 minutes, and then go in with your foundation. The foundation I am going to use today is once again the Years Glam foundation that I'm obsessed with. This is their Skinfinite Hydrating Foundation. I have mine in the shade Golden. I realized that 2 pumps give me like that very like heavy coverage, but then 1 pump gives me like a medium coverage, like light medium. So I am going to do 1 pump and see what happens if I want more coverage, depending on what it looks like at the end. Then I'll go in and add more, but being realistic, I don't know what this look is gonna turn out like. I know it'll come out really good, but I don't know how glam we're gonna go. So I am gonna do the 1 pump. Also, I'm gonna try this. I've never tried this before. This is like a first. Isn't that cool? Okay, so this is the AOA Studio, which is Shop Miss A, the website. You can get this there. It's $1 and it is a tanning mitt. I saw it and I was like, you know what? Let's try something different. What if it does an amazing job at applying my foundation? I mean, it's a tanning mitt, right? So I thought it would just be cool to do one of these, and you can just dispose of it. That's really the reason why I got it. And it's felt. Like, it's nice and soft like felt. So we'll see what happens. So we're trying something different here. I'm gonna go ahead and pat my foundation in first, and then I'll blend it in. Okay, I can already tell you, you can use the tanning mitt to get a really beautiful blend. The only thing is, if you need like extreme full coverage, this is not gonna be for you. This is not gonna do it like a regular sponge would. But for every day, I mean, it looks really good. I'm gonna use this to blend my concealer too. I'm gonna use my Huda Beauty. This one is in Graham Cracker. You know, I kind of like this tanning mitt because it kind of feels like I'm using my finger to blend out the foundation, but I'm not. This would be great for when you're doing your makeup in the car. I happen to do that a lot, so this would be really convenient. I'm glad I ordered a few of these. Whatever's left, I'm applying all over the lips. To set the skin, I'm going to use my Bella Pierre powder, banana powder in medium. If you didn't see the announcement, yes, girl, they now have banana powders for all skin tones, light, medium, and dark, which is great. I'm just going to apply some of that all over my skin. And the brush I'm using is the 104 by BK Beauty. I did like a full-on like tryout of a really expensive brush collection they sent my way. And I admit, I didn't have high hopes. And no, like, you don't have to run out and buy these personally. You can definitely get more affordable brushes and they'll be just as good. Like, they'll be really good. But if you want luxe brushes, these are it. Like, I have been using these. To set my under eyes, I'm gonna use the 108 by BK Beauty also, which, I do have an under eye brush by Morphe. I got it like, I think it was like in a BoxyCharm pop-up or add-on or something. And I really liked that because of its shape and the fact that it fit under my eyes beautifully. The only thing is, you guys were 100% right, and I said it from the beginning. I mean, I only paid like $6 for it, so I could not be upset of the fact that it was slightly scratchy when you would like get into your inner corners. I didn't think it was that big of a deal for me. I really loved that brush, and I still do. But when I'm gonna compare that one to this one, the little brush hairs on this are so soft. This brush is way better than the Morphe one for sure. So you're gonna pay a little more if you were to get this brush. Again, this is the 108, but you're getting what you're paying for. You know, I got my Morphe one for like $6. For bronzer, I'm gonna use my Vesca bronzer in Kissed by Deannie and the Browsing Brush by BK Beauty 103. I'm gonna start off out here and then gently blend forward. I'm pulling out, as you guys can see. I think we're gonna go creamy with blush, and I'm going to use my Rodeo blush drops. These will be in Frosted Pink. Fun fact, the little like dropper doesn't actually work. I was in a seminar with Rodeo themselves, and someone was saying, I can't get the little like dropper to actually work. And they were like, that's more of an applicator. That was the sole purpose of it. So technically it won't squeeze and drop much of anything. It's more to use the way I did. You just kind of like tap some onto your skin. I know when you think hygiene, you're like, oh, well, I really don't feel like, you know, touching that directly onto my skin, and that's fine. You can always just do it on the back of your hand and go from there. I'm going super sheer and kind of like a very light flush with my blush, solely because we are going to go pretty glam with the eyes. So I want to make sure that the rest of the face is not necessarily overpowering everything that's going on the eyes. It's time for me to work on my eyebrows. I do have some brand new products that I want to try. So basically I'm filming a 2-in-1 right now because I'm filming this video. I'm gonna hop off of this video, jump on the brow video, film that one, and then be back. So stay tuned because the brow video will be here like tomorrow. And then you get to see like what products I used and whether they were good or not. I don't know. They're gonna be first impressions. My brows are looking really good right about now. I'm really excited to keep trying those new products. The video will go up tomorrow, guys, so stay tuned. I'm so excited. Wait till you guys see it, because I know you guys must have seen the ads all over Instagram, because I know the ads were stalking me over on Instagram. So just stay tuned for that. I am going to dip into the Luster Charm palette. Look how beautiful she is. And I'm gonna use the shade Mystic. And starting off with a big fluffy brush, I'm going to begin to create a nice little transition. I want the outer area to be somewhat warm, but I don't want a yellow tone, which is why I'm going more of like a pinky lavender. And I'm not going directly onto the crease, I'm going above the crease. And as per usual, I kind of pull it out this way. I'm gonna save that brush to the side because I feel like I want to take this color and blend it on the lower portion of the eye as well. But I'm gonna need to darken that first. So I'm gonna set this brush over to the side. I'm grabbing a smaller fluffy brush and I'm gonna dip into the Shadow Kiss palette. I want to go a little on the dark side. We're gonna work our way towards darkness. So I'm gonna use the shade Desire first. Then I'm going to use the shade called Shade. Then I will use Umbra. Going in with Desire, I am going to concentrate that directly on the crease area. Now, can you skip the first two shades and go straight with the dark one? Absolutely. But if you want the perfect gradients, the perfect kind of balance, and not just like, oh, you have a warm outer area of your eyes, like this area is nice and warm, and then you go from warm to dark. You want a nice gradients. So that's where building color comes into play, which is why I'm going with like a medium toned brown. It's like a taupey brown, and then we're going a little darker, and then we will go darker on top of that, because the depth will be here with that darker shade, but then in the outer area, you'll definitely be able to see that gradients. I mean, you can already see it. You can definitely see the warmth, and then you can see the cool tone brown. Now I'm gonna dip into Shade, and we're gonna do the very same thing. But I'm gonna concentrate that just a little lower. And yes, I'm using the very same brush because we're going from lighter to darker, so it all works out. Using a clean, fluffy brush, I am going to gently, notice I'm holding the brush like from the end of the handle. I am gently going to blend back and forth in windshield wiper motions. This is going to help create that gradients between the shades. But you want a fluffy brush. You don't want something that's going to be pretty stiff and too packed. Now with that very same brush, I will dip into Umbra, the darkest shade in the palette. And with the outer tip of it, just like the little tip, we're just going to blend. We will tap that in the outer corner. Concentrate it there. Once most of that product is on your lid, then you just kind of want to like rotate the brush a little counterclockwise. Because you don't want to make it too messy on the outer corner. You want to really blow it out in, because it's going to blend in with the shade we're going to apply on the rest of the lid. See, now that I've done that and it's nice and kind of like smoky, at that point, I will take the brush and just drag anything that's left on it to smoke out the outer portion just a little bit. Not too much though. You don't want it to be super messy. With the very same brush you use to blend out like your crease, you're gonna go use that to blend out the outer edge as well. Save that brush to the side, you're gonna need it. Now we're gonna have a little bit of fun. We're gonna mix shimmer shades from both palettes. I feel like I wanna use this gold, but I don't want it to be too goldy. So I think we're gonna mix it in with the shade Disguise, kind of create a nice little blend. I'm gonna use a packed eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna mix it in with Disguised. And then we're gonna go back in here, then we're gonna go back. So we're gonna go back and forth. I'm gonna take, okay, I'm gonna take, you see how buttery these like shadows are? This formula is everything. I'm gonna take this and I'm just patting it. I'm not gonna bring it all the way in because we need that smoky drama. The brush we used for like all the darker shades, you will once again go in, no additional product, and do circular motions, but you're doing it counterclockwise. You're blending in, not out. A lot of times you guys think that I'm like amazing at blending because it happens so fast. Remember, I do edit these videos, so this is the part that takes a little while. I'm gonna grab the fluffy brush. I'm gonna dip into the shade, and I'm gonna blend some of that on the lower portion of the eye. I'm not gonna drag it all the way in. I'm gonna bring it about halfway. Remember I told you we were gonna need the brush that we use, that lavender, like that dusty rose? We're gonna need it, grab it now. And I'm gonna dip into Mystic again, but from the other palette. Now we're gonna go in and drag Mystic right under that brown, just to add a little bit of that warmth to the bottom section of the eye as well. All right, I am gonna go off camera. I am gonna create a wing, pop some lashes, and some mascara. I think I might even add eyeliner to the waterline because I think it'll add to the look, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I am back. As you guys can see, my lashes are on, and so is my wing. I did this portion off camera just because I've shown how I do these steps in previous videos. Actually, I have a dedicated video on how to pop your lashes on, and I have tips and tricks on how to do it like a pro. And then the wing, I also have a video dedicated to teaching you how to do a wing, so I figured I can kind of skip that in today's video. I want to add glitter. I've been inspired by Rose and Ben, so I figured why not. I'm going to use the Pixie Miriam Maquillage, or Maquillaje, her glitter, and this is in Mirage. The applicator does have two sides. It's more like a flat-headed spatula. I'm switching over to an angled brush. I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. I'm applying it directly on the crease. I want to concentrate this directly on half of the crease, which is why I switched on over to an angled brush. I did that off of camera because it was just like, Now, again, you can totally skip any glitter. You don't have to do glitter. I just like to be loud and in charge when it comes to makeup, so I went with the glitter. I'm going to blend that out in a second. And actually, if you wanted to, you can totally replace the glitter and do jewels. That would be really cute too. You can also take the glitter all the way to the end of the eye. I kind of want to skip that. I like the whole pizzazz of it just highlighting the inner half of my eye. That's number one. Number two, it takes away from like the smoky eye that you have going on the outer portion. I am going to release my hair because I've had enough of it being pulled back. And clearly I did like give it some body waste, but apparently that's kind of gone at this point. Now for the final step, we're gonna work on the lips. I am going to use Beauty Vault's Cozy Kira lip liner. Beautiful, beautiful shade. I'm not lining the bottom like all the way because I want to give my lips that kind of plumped look. I'm gonna go in with the ColourPop lipstick. It is Pinkies Up. Look how pretty it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful nude. I'm gonna fill my lips with Pinkies Up. And to create a flawless blend, I'm going to use a synthetic brush, a nice flat one. And I'm going to blend the lipstick into the lip liner. Okay, we're cleaning out that outer edge so our lips kind of look perfect. And then, believe it or not, I've been kind of liking lip glosses more than I used to. I actually used to detest them and want to give them away, and actually gave them away every single time. But now I'm kind of obsessed with them, and my favorite so far, like in the past 2 weeks, has been the e.l.f. lip gloss. This is their lip plumping gloss. It doesn't really plump, okay? This is their sparkling rosé shade. It doesn't really like plump, and I'm okay with it. It just adds like the prettiest kind of hue to my lips, and it lasts a really long time. So there's just something about this one that I really like. Is that not pretty? Now, you could totally keep it matte and that's fine. You could also go with a much lighter nude and it would look amazing. But I just felt like since my glitter is a little on the rose gold kind of spectrum, go a little colorful on the lips rather than just a flat out lighter nude. Make sure you follow this with a setting spray. It's gonna lock it in place and make it last the entire night. You guys already know, if you want your makeup to not transfer and you wanna look oil-free, you need to use the Melanie Mills Hollywood setting spray. That thing is amazing. But here is the final look. This would be my go-to New Year's Eve look. Let me know in the comment section, is this something that you guys would recreate? And if you do choose to recreate it, make sure you guys tag me over on Instagram. That way I can repost over on my stories. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and do not forget, tomorrow I will be releasing the video on the brow products that I use to create these amazing brows today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing and safe New Year's, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye guys.